When I remember the simple village of Jubail with its fishermen and pearl divers and see what it has become today, I feel immense pride. I ponder over the fabulous changes and the strong will that has turned Jubail into a modern city full of life. Its industries and urban facilities attest to its great achievements. Anyone visiting Jubail today who was familiar with it in the old days cannot say enough to describe its transformation as being one of the greatest ever accomplished in this area. On my way to work this morning, I feel especially happy and proud. The company I work for has been chosen among the 6 world-class companies providing foolproof safety and security protection to their employees and assets. This recognition has a special meaning to me because I work in the safety department. My first duty is to keep this prize, which has been awarded to my company.
Bettroukemiya, the Arabian petrochemical company, was awarded a commendation by the American National Safety Council for completing 3 million man-hours without a disabling injury. It is one of the highest safety honors. Sharing this honor with Bettroukemiya is its parent company, SABIC. The Saudi Basic Industries Corporation was founded by Royal Decree number M/66 on the 8th of August 1976. With a mandate to create primary industries, each type to be undertaken by one of its subsidiaries. When the Arabian petrochemical company Bettroukemiya was established by SABIC, no one could imagine that Bettroukemiya would have come so far in such a short time. Compared to similar petrochemical concerns, Bettroukemiya's achievements are most enviable. Bettroukemiya was formed in May 1981. By mid-1983, the project started to make a great deal of progress at the worksite in Jubail Industrial City. Thanks to the Royal Commission for Jubail and Yanbar, which laid down the infrastructure needed by Bettroukemiya's complex and provided it with such important utilities as water for cooling and pure water for industrial processes and steam generation. Praise be to God. The project building program was successfully completed in May of 1985. No sooner had this program been completed than expansion programs were being planned. The first unit to be erected was the ethylene plant. Old-timers remember how this ultra-modern plant was put in place. The thermal cracking furnaces were shipped by sea to Jubail as complete modules, each weighing 1,600 tons, and were installed on the site. The erection of this plant took only 29 months, a record time for a project of such scale and sophistication.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم على بركة الله.
On January 31st, 1989, Bettroukemia's industrial complex was officially inaugurated by the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Fahd bin Abdul Aziz. Bettroukemia had completed the building program of its installations and was set to achieve ambitious production goals. Ethylene is processed from ethane, a gas extracted from gases associated with crude oil production. The gas is supplied by Saudi Aramco through a pipeline running tens of kilometers. At Bettroukemia's complex, there are 8 furnaces or thermal reactors. The ethane supplied by Aramco is fed into the reactors, where it is thermally cracked to produce polyethylene, other hydrocarbons, and byproduct gases. In the following processing stage, gases are compressed and cooled to recover pure ethylene, of which 1,200,000 metric tons are produced each year. Ethylene is the primary material for manufacturing many petrochemical and plastic products, especially PVC, from which pipe and other construction materials are made. Ethylene is also found in synthetic alcohol, hydraulic brake fluids, radiator coolants, and synthetic fibers. Ethylene is important in the processing of an intermediate product called butene. And butene is a basic material for the manufacturing of many chemical and plastic products. For this reason, Bettroukemia built a butene processing plant to supply local plastic industries with their needs. The plant production capacity is 50,000 metric tons per year. Another derivative of ethylene is polystyrene, one of the most versatile plastics and easily malleable when heated. Polystyrene can be produced with specific characteristics to serve specific purposes. Some polystyrenes are general purpose, while others are high impact or expandable. General-purpose polystyrene is processed by the polymerization of feedstock in the thermal reactor, and then the product is separated from the byproducts. The design capacity of the plant is 30,000 metric tons of general-purpose polystyrene per year. High-impact polystyrene and expandable polystyrene are processed differently. In processing high-impact polystyrene, rubber is added to the polymer to improve its strength. 50,000 metric tons of high-impact polystyrene are produced each year. Expandable polystyrene is produced by the polymerization of styrene, where a given amount of styrene is added to water and other chemicals inside the reactor. This produces polystyrene in the form of granules. Hydrocarbon is then added to make the product easily expandable in the final forming stage. The product is dried and coated with a powder substance for easier manufacturing into different goods. "20,000 metric tons of expandable polystyrene are produced every year. Btروكيميa's annual production of these three types of polystyrene is 100,000 metric tons. Polystyrene is used in the manufacturing of cabinets for radio and television sets, computer hardware, and refrigerators, as well as in toys. Packaging materials, cable insulation, and furniture. Btروكيميa's complex attests to the creative thought, planning, and management of the Saudi staff. The plant engineering department plays a central role. It undertakes development studies and designs and provides the management with data as well as technical devices. Btروكيميا invested substantial resources to set up another giant project for the production of unsaturated hydrocarbons called olefins.
يعتبر مصنع الأوليفينات في بتروكيميا من أحدث
Btروكيmia's olefins plant is considered one of the biggest and most recent established factories in that it started operating in July 1993. It produces ethylene, propylene, benzene, and butadiene. The capacity of this plant is about 950,000 metric tons of ethylene, propylene, benzene, and butadiene each year, sufficient to supply the needs of local industries. They are feedstocks for the processing of various plastic goods, detergents, coats and paints, cable insulation, radiator coolants, lubricants, rubber items and tires, benzene of different grades, No petrochemical production complex can succeed without a highly sophisticated laboratory such as this one. It is an integral part of industrial processing. Testing and analysis are performed on every product of a reaction train, from raw materials through to the finished product. The laboratory staff are well-qualified scientists who have received the best training available. Btروكيميa's laboratory is one of the most advanced. Maintenance, repairs and testing of machines and equipment are important tasks to ensure continued production efficiency and operator safety. Maintenance and repair crews with the highest skills and training are readily available to restore any faulty equipment to operating condition. Periodic maintenance guarantees that such faults rarely occur at Btروكيميa's complex. Utilities provide the complex with essential services. The power station supplies reliable energy. An advanced system monitors safety throughout the entire Btروكيميا complex. Detection of any emergency situation is promptly reported to the operations room, which immediately activates emergency procedures. Industrial safety units and fire brigades are the protective shields in times of danger. Highly trained, they respond immediately to any incident with sophisticated equipment. The success of safety preparedness is attested beyond doubt. Btروكيميا has completed 3 million man-hours without a lost time accident. To maintain a clean environment, Btروكيميا pays careful attention to pollution levels. Btروكيميا has made a commitment to keep the workplace and surrounding environment pollution-free. Because Btروكيميا considers people its most valuable resource, every preventive measure is taken to protect them. Any mishap is attended to immediately by medical personnel. A vigilant medical staff, equipped with the latest technology, is one way to maintain the health and well-being of Petrochemia's workforce. The visitor to Petrochemia's complex experiences a general sense of security. The safety of the workforce and assets remains the #1 priority.
بالله يخليك ارسل الدوريه باتجاه النقطه 70 والدوريه الثانيه باتجاه المعاكس الله يخليك.
The development of Saudi manpower is a top priority of Petrochemia. The company organizes training programs to upgrade their skills in the operational and managerial fields. After training, the Saudis have shown satisfactory performance and skill improvement. They are considered the real foundation for industrial development, on whom Petrochemia can depend in all spheres of activity. Saudis now make up 65% of Petrochemia's total workforce. They are being provided with many incentives and generous benefits to maintain an excellent standard of living. In an in-house cafeteria, they can enjoy meals while socializing, taking a short time to relax and rejuvenate. Their family life is assured every comfort. Employees are given beautiful houses, fully furnished and provided with dependable amenities. The Royal Commission for Jubail and Yanbar offers their children many educational and recreational services. Petrochemia's productions of ethylene glycols, and their derivatives have bridged a large import gap and, at the same time, have made possible a profitable exploitation of natural resources by ultra-modern industries built from scratch. In many ways, Saudi Arabia's interests and welfare are well served. Petrochemia's productions have exceeded local demands, and the surplus is exported to the world's markets through King Fahd Industrial Port in Jubail.
كانت البداية ونحن الآن نسير بخطى.
With 2,000 factories in place, we have maintained a steady pace toward industrialization. The important fact, however, is that a factory is not built for a showcase propaganda, but as a carefully planned enterprise that can produce for local consumption and export. Our industries can only be set up if proven viable by studies. In the meantime, everybody knows that the state contributes the largest share. After a while, the private sector companies will take charge of these industries to be able, along with the citizens, to care well for them, expand and improve their productions.
يا يمين الخير يا يمنا فهد يا يمين الخير يا يمنا فهد يا يمين الخير في ظلالك مستظل هالبلد تزرعين الخير لأولاد الولد تزرعين